Hello, welcome to Anecdotes, my new YouTube channel. Okay, this is going to be a channel of raw, rated R. So I wouldn't recommend you listening to this with your children because I am not censoring any side of me. I'm not censoring anything. We're going to talk about everything you could imagine, all of the topics that you probably shouldn't talk about. I love talking about those topics. I love talking about sex. I love talking about drugs. I love talking about politics. I love talking about religion. I love talking about money. I love talking about all of those things that we should not be talking about. I also love talking about love, motivation, and how to be better. Okay, I'll be completely honest. I am having internal issues with my brain. I am not feeling like myself. I haven't felt like myself in a while. And then when I try to think about when did this start, and I can't really put a time on it. I just know that I want more from life. I want to do more. I feel like there's a lack of motivation. I feel like I'm censoring who I am. And sometimes, so I need a release. And I know a release for me is to talk, to share what is going on in my mind. And when I share what's going on in my mind, I can work things out. I'm getting really emotional just talking about this. One, it's scary. I'm telling the whole world what's going on in my mind. But two, I know that by doing that, I can create awareness. I can help other people that are possibly going through the same thing. I can also make people realize that Anick doesn't have it all put together and Anick also struggles. So then it makes you think that, oh, okay, everyone struggles because we are addicted to our phones. We are addicted to Facebook, Instagram, and that world looks perfect. And there's no such thing as perfect. Yes, of course. I wanted a better microphone for this. I didn't want to start my channel until I was prepared, but I realized that we're never really prepared. And Nick, you need to throw yourselves to the shark and you just need to go out and do it. This is completely impulsive. This is my first video. This is completely impulsive. I didn't clean the background area of this because it's going to be a video and I'm going to have the audio available. But I didn't clean the background because I'm like, you know what, Nick? Screw it. Don't fall into the trap of making everything look pretty for the world. Just be you, be real, be raw, because that's what people love about you is when you're raw and when you're real. Some people don't like you and people don't like me. And it's true. And, like I've even had family members. I got a Christmas card. No, a wedding card, okay, from an aunt. And it said, it said, okay, how can I say this so that people don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, it said, Anick, I think you are beautiful and interesting. I've grown to love you for who you are. And I read the card out to people and they're like, yeah, whatever. No. But think about the words like, I've grown to love you. Did you not love me before for who I was? I don't know. It's just like such a weird thing to put it in a card. And then all of a sudden, I started having inner struggles with that. I know I'm different. I know I'm different. I don't know why. I love being different, but sometimes different people just want to be normal. And sometimes different people just want to be normal. But if you tell the different person that tomorrow you could be normal for the rest of your life, they probably would not want to. But it's just like this love-hate relationship that I have with myself. Just why are you so intense, Anick? Why are you so passionate? Why are you so driven? And you guys are probably listening to this like, wow, these are all great qualities. But when you have all of this pressure to be, and this is the pressure I'm putting on myself, it like the whole world sits on my shoulders. So I was able to deal with this. And then I got into a relationship. Before I dated Chris, I quit drinking for a year and I quit smoking pot for 3 months. And I smoked a lot of marijuana growing up. After college, not so much in college, I was like anti-marijuana, I was anti-drugs because I was an athlete. But in college, I smoked a lot. And this is something I struggled sharing to the world about that because I didn't want people to think of me any differently. I didn't want people to dislike me because I smoke marijuana. But I don't really do very well with alcohol. Alcoholism is in my family. I would black out. Marijuana, that doesn't happen. Marijuana, you smoke a joint, you sit on your couch, you eat junk food, you watch TV, you fall asleep. Like that's what you do, you know? And my mind races a million miles an hour, and I just don't like where it goes sometimes. And marijuana is the only thing that can relax my mind and make me think in a positive way. If I'm having a bad day and I literally have 2 puffs of a joint, my whole day is better. I'm happy. And I usually want to apologize to Chris for something. Yeah, seriously. If we have a fight, I'm like, Anick, if you smoke a joint, you're going to want to apologize to him. Do you want to apologize? Like, that's how much weed changes me into a positive way. I don't like to be on medication, but I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to talk to my doctor about possibly going on medication. I don't know. Maybe I have postpartum. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe my ADHD is really affecting me right now. My brain is wired differently from other people. And I didn't really want to admit that to myself, but it is. In college, I was tested for like 6 to 8 months. And I have a book that is like 3 inches wide about my brain and how it works differently than other people. So before I dated Chris, I was meditating every single day. I was doing Reiki every week. I was in my prime of spirituality. And then a man came over, and men literally have, I don't want to say ruined my life, but men have been the prominent character in my story that shifts my story, that made me make certain decisions that I am proud of or not proud of, or happy that happened or not happy. But men have been the character in my life that really was able to manipulate me or influence me. And Chris, of course, is the love of my life. He's my best friend. But as a new mom, she's 2 years old. I'm not that new. And recently married. It's really hard for me to understand that men are just made differently and just accept it. Like women just do so much more than women. And women are just so maternal. So guys, I'm so sorry. Men probably shouldn't listen to this channel as well, because they might get angry, because this might be a venting stage for Anick. You know what, guys? All I'm doing is the words that are coming out of my mouth, I am letting them come out of my mouth. And if people want to judge me, you could go ahead and judge me. But just remember, when you point the finger at someone, there's 3 fingers pointing at yourself. So you're not any perfect. Okay, you've not possibly thought these thoughts, but you may have thought of worse things. All right. So just because I'm putting it out there in the world, you could judge me all you want, but you know what? There's 3 fingers pointing at yourself. So that's something I need to tell myself. I don't give a shit what people think about my videos or whatever. I'm putting it out there. I need to do this for my sake, my mental sake. Okay. I need to put it out there. And guys, this is how we work things out. It gets ugly and then we find the beauty. Okay. So when we're not feeling good, our whole world starts collapsing. So I am not feeling good right now. I'm not in a good place right now. So of course, my relationship, I'll feel like it could be better. My home life, it could be better. My business, it could be better. Everything, because everything is a reflection of me. So if me is not happy, well, everything that's attached to it won't be what I want it to be. But something I noticed, okay, I took a bath, and that's why my hair is wet. I didn't dry it, whatever. I was impulsive. I wanted to do my first video, put it out there. For sure, leave a comment. And if you leave a negative comment, I'll probably delete you or block you, because I don't really need that negativity in my life. Because if you have nothing good to say, don't say anything at all. And Nick, what if you say negative things? Well, it's my YouTube video and I can do whatever I want. All right. Okay. So double standard, Nick. Sure. Whatever. You can call it whatever. When I want to Google this, like people who talk to themselves in the third person, I do that all the time. So Okay, I'm currently reading this book. It's called Resistance Women, and it's about Hitler and the Germany, and it's based on true story. It's a really good book, but it's negative. Like, it's bad. Like, what's happening to these people is so bad, and I want to start crying because this actually happened to freaking regular people. Like, people got taken their houses away, and people had to died. People died. So I'm wondering if I'm feeling effed up because of this freaking book. And I'm trying to finish it, and I'm almost done. I'm here. Okay. And I'm wondering, Anick, are you this sensitive that you can't even read a book that may send you some negative energy? I think the book that you need to be reading right now is from Women Are From Venus and Men Are From Mars. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, because you need to better understand men. Because it has always really been hard for me to just accept things, accept that my brothers were not the nicest people, just they would always ignore me, or they would always it was hard for me to just ignore them when they were really bugging me. It's always hard for me to ignore things that are happening when there's an issue in me and Chris's relationship. It's always been really hard for me to just ignore it. I need to talk about it. I know that when I talk to him and hey babe, I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now, and I'm not really feeling good right now. I'm just wondering if we can have a conversation because I'm not super happy with, things that are happening. That's a really good approach. Then babe, you never do this, you never do that, you never do this. Then he collapsed, and then he, so these are books that have told me to talk like that, to approach it like that. How do you feel when someone just attacks you? You're going to attack back. So I wanted to start a channel where it's just me dumping my thoughts. It's just an anecdote. And some people will agree and some people will not agree. And I want you not to take my word, take my word with a grain of salt, because sometimes I've noticed that the right words don't come out of my mouth, and it could actually change the whole message, and that everything has a different context. So I may say something about this here, but I'm not talking about everything else. So I might still agree with you in a sense. You know what I mean? Just take my words with a grain of salt. Don't get too caught up with my story and what's going on. But I've realized that we can never work enough on ourselves. And I want 2020, my word is be. Just be, Anick. Be, Anick. Be. Just be. I want you to feel your body, Anick. I want you to be. I want you to feel your breath. I want you to be. I want you to be present. It's all about being in the present moment. 2020, I want to meditate more often. I know it's going to solve all my problems, and I won't necessarily need to be on medication. And I'm going to let you guys know on the type of medication my doctor will prescribe me. He's only open January 2nd, so we'll have to wait, and it takes forever to go see my doctor. But so just to take the edge off, you know what I mean? And there's no shame. There is no shame in medication. There's no shame in mental health. I'm allowed to feel sad, okay? So you're allowed to feel sad, but you're not allowed to stay there forever, because it gets annoying and people around you get annoyed, and it's your job to figure shit out. It's your job to get out of the slump. So Anick, are you feeling in the slump? Then do something about it. So this is what I'm doing. I am going to put accountability to the max out there, and I want to be consistent and at least send out one video a week. And we're going to see if I'm consistent, guys, because I have a huge problem with consistency. So we're going to do this, and we're going to see how well I do. And I would love for you to share my videos, and I would love for you to, if you liked what I said, comment. I'd love to build a community that we can help each other out, because that's what I think why I'm alive. This is why I didn't take my life when I was a teenager, because there's people, I'm that crazy person that's going to talk about the things that I've done. I'm going to talk about the things that are happening in the world that people don't really necessarily want to talk about. I'm that girl who's going to talk about it because I got no shame. Do I want everyone to like me? There's a sense of me that does. Yep. I do like being liked, but I know at that instant moment, as soon as I said that there's the other side of it, that no, you don't care. And you shouldn't care, because nobody should care what people think about you. It's none of our business what people think of us. You know, I have my good group of girlfriends around me. I have a good group of beautiful people that support me and love me. And yeah, they think I'm crazy, but they love me for me. And that's all I need. I know who I am. And this is just a layer of who I am. And you guys are some people just expect the Nick to be a certain way all the time. And it's just, guys, like, I'm an onion. We all have layers to us. So don't ever think you really know someone, because you don't. Some videos are going to really surprise you. Some videos are probably going to be boring. Some videos are going to be entertaining. I have no clue what to expect. But all I know is that I need a platform to be heard, to just let those thoughts come out, and kind of like my journal. You're going to be in my journal. You're going to be in my head. You're in my head. I am not censoring anything. Is that the word I'm looking for? Censoring? I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to let my mind go. So what I was talking about earlier, I didn't have a TV. I didn't own a TV. So I stopped watching TV for a whole, I think it was 2.5 years. I stopped drinking for a whole year. I stopped smoking drugs for marijuana. Drugs sounds so bad. And I don't find marijuana as a drug. It's a herb. Unless you're in high school and you're failing your class, then it's a problem. Okay. So marijuana can be a problem. I'm not like pro marijuana. I'm just telling you guys my story and what I think about it. But anything, just like sugar and chocolate, can be abused. Okay. So of course marijuana can be abused, but you can abuse coffee. You can abuse anything, work, Then I started dating Chris, and I got off my path. I stopped meditating so much. We ended up getting a TV because he moved in, because men need their TV to watch their NHL hockey. And then I just feel like I got off this path that I was on. And I feel like I started losing a little bit of me. And then I had a baby, and then I felt like I lost a little bit more about me. And then I started Sensi, and then all of a sudden, like, I have a massive team, and then I'm being pulled in different directions, and someone with ADHD, that could be very overwhelming. And then you see other rock stars doing amazing, incredible things, and then you think you're less than, and you're like, no, you're not. You got to do it your own way, Nick. Like, don't worry, things will just work out. So I've been trying to get Chris to get back into meditation, because we were doing meditation all the time together, and it's just not happening. So I need to protect myself, and I need to love myself, and I need to take the time for myself. I need to do the things for Anick, because if Anick takes time for herself, if Anick starts loving who she is, and if Anick closes her mind and just focuses on her breathing every single day and starts meditating every single day, Anick is going to be so happy, and Anick is going to be so whole. And then in return, Anick will be a better mother, a better friend, a better leader, a better partner, a better lover, a better leader, a better human being. So I can't wait for other circumstances to be ready. I just need to go out there and be ready and just do it. So welcome to my first video. I'm glad you're watching it. Thank you for being here. I seriously love my social media family. Seriously, you guys make me feel so whole and loved, and I get tons of positive, amazing messages, and so many people just love what I say. And I just feel like, thank goodness, because I don't know where I would be if I got cyberbullied or something. That's happened to me. That's a part of another story. But so this is episode number 1, and I'm super excited about it. So if you are ready to embark this journey with me and learn about how to be a better you along with me, I would love for you to be on this journey with me, because I know we can all be better. So I challenge you to find a word. What's your 2020 word? What is a word that comes to mind? What do you want to focus on? And I would love for you to share it on my video, or send it to my Instagram and tag me. What's your word? I would love to know. Okay. I love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Okay, bye.